please make loads of noise for the person that's about to explode your brains. It's Oskar Hanska!
Helst ska vi knappt ens viska. Bara böja oss ner under piskan. Kryssa våra namn på en fucking lista. Men dansa tillsammans, släng din fist upp. För dammen är byggd för att brista. Och skrik rakt ut varenda dag som att varje ord var ditt sista. För kärlek begravdes i en kista. På locket har lögnerna ristats. Vi sprayar den med färger, bensin och musik. Livets sista gnista. Baby, kärlek begravdes i en kista. På locket har lögnerna ristats. Vi sprayar den med färger, bensin och musik. Livets sista gnista för demokratin, den är vissna. Blommor på rad i vår riksdag. Och de säger att det finns skillnad på höger och vänster och visst fan. I ett Sverige där vi alla ska få vistas. Men pass på de andra, de skickas på en resa som blir deras sista. Ignorance, det är bliss va. Så fuck it, det får bära eller brista. Det är klart som fan att vi pissar på alla reglerna som de har listat när de enbart gynnar vissa. Så vi vänder dem ryggen och visslar. Grädden till tårtan ska vispas. Regnbågsflaggan ska hissas. Så att inte någon någonsin ska behöva gissa. 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 Cheers. So, what we're gonna do now is just like, I wanna make a movie for the people back home. So I'm gonna do this really cheap trick that I've done once before and I've seen other people do it. But it's really nice. It looks really well on video, on Instagram and shit. So, I'm just gonna speak into the camera here, saying like I'm in this really proper British bar where everyone is drunk, piss hell. No one is really listening to the poetry and stuff like that. But then I turn the camera to you guys and you will go ape shit. Okay? Okay? Are you ready? You need to be silent until I give you the signal. Okay, here we go. Shh, shut the fuck up. Ja, man åker till England, London, man ska göra sin så här final show på turnén och det är liksom så här pissfulla människor, alla är skitpackade, ingen bryr sig, ingen vill lyssna på poesi or Okay, you did good. Shut up. That's gonna be like a massive explosion of like 5 likes on my Instagram. Right? So here we go. First poem is about my friend and me having noodles in Sweden. And the thing is, you know, chopsticks, right? In Sweden, we call them China sticks. I don't know why, but we do. And I just wanted to say that before we get started. After work at the Thai restaurant around the corner from the studio, and man, I really cannot take responsibility for every single man out there, he says, breaking apart his China sticks, rubbing them quickly against each other to get rid of the uncomfortable splinters. And also, Oscar, it is biological. With my mouth full of noodles, chili and peanut sauce, I lacked the room to swallow my pride in that pitch black way our white lifestyle taught us to. Taught us in school, taught us at football camp, taught us through religious rites of passages, taught us at professional educations with front edge next generation competence, taught us from advertising agencies in rooftop studios in central Gothenburg with blinding views over that newly bought first-hand apartment with our park-headed flooring and a comfortable depth to our banks on top of that top-notch awareness, because awareness, ladies and gentlemen, is the new distance. And you really have to be able to joke about everything nowadays. I simply choose my battles, Oscar. You cannot commit to everything, he says. And we'll continue to call it China sticks, even though it's not really called China sticks, just like it's not really called Swede forks, Swede knives, or Swede spoons, just like it's not really biological that a woman's job performance is always reviewed in direct relation to her looks. But hey, wait a minute. I never said that she is great at her job because she looks good. I actually said that she looks great because she's good at her job, he says. With noodles hanging from his mouth like well-traveled values, norms, trails of sperm in the sweaty face of a porn actress along the exact same paths through a forest on which a Chinese newborn child is worthless or even worthless without a dick and left to die while we still call it biology. Hey, no, wait, dude, wait a minute. Don't you think that you are over-exaggerating a little bit? I think you should jump up high and sit down hard on this China stick that I am, sir. But come on, man, we really have to be able to joke about everything. This too, I agree, kind of, man. But in the shadow cast from the erected line of humiliating jokes, our pride now lays penetrated by 1,000 China sticks, and I remember all those times when I, with my totally awesome, anxious self-awareness, strangled the seriousness of our breath, still dripping of sweat from the sex that promised us honesty and courage, when I, with my most charming sarcastic voice, you know the one we learned from endless TV landscapes ruled by white men seeking desperate distance to anything that might just resemble a chink in our untouchable armors, when I said to her, hey honey, if it hurt when we had sex, when I was awesome, why don't you go online and write amnesty about it? Just joking. This, instead of rubbing those fucking China sticks for real, for once, not only to get rid of those uncomfortable splinters, but actually to reinvent fire, and in the shadow play appearing when the light filters through our anxious conveniences, finally realizing that anything else is meaningless, pointless, like a broken China stick, like saying, I too sometimes help out back home, like taking a 5-week course to study gender issues on half speed. I really got loads of other important things to do, you know, like shoving the whole damn special edition director's cut DVD box of the TV series Ellsworth far up your ass, and then imagining that you are now sitting on a whole new understanding of the complexity that makes up gender, sexuality, with or without the extra material, as long as the commentary is set to mute. That way, we won't have to listen, learn that self-awareness and biology are nothing more than lame excuses to escape responsibility, and the fact that it is so much easier now to be clever than to be kind. People usually say that I think too much. Stop being such a girl, Oskar, they say. And that is when my conviction grows stronger, just a little bit stronger than both chili and bamboo. That we are all a little bit of both, female, male, everything in between, and that this is the only thing that truly is biological. Thank you. Thank you, cheers. This next poem is a rewrite of an old poem where a German priest talked about the silence from the intellectuals. I tried to write a version for the 2015, and I translated it, and I hope all the stupid shit in this doesn't come off as too offensive. Bear with me. Or else you can just take me out backside and talk some sense into me. I don't know. Here we go. First they came for the guitar players. I did not speak out because I was no long-haired dude at the party or the campfire who will always pick up his guitar and play that one pop song that everyone else is really tired of. So I did not speak out, just take them, remove the guitarists. Then they came for the singers, and I did not protest because I only sing in the shower when no one can hear me or be disturbed, or while I'm riding my bike home through the street early in the morning after the chill pill party, singing my heart out, although I really can't sing. Really, I can't sing, and that is why I'm a poet, so I did not protest. Take all the singers. Then they came for the drummers, and I did not speak out because, you know, you know what they say about drummers. They're really huge down here. Not so smart though. And I'm more like the opposite. I'm really smart. So I did not protest. Please take all the drummers. Then they came for the dancers, and I did not protest because, you know, it's just shit when a good-looking guy also, of course, also is a great fucking dancer, and all the boys and the girls in the club are like, oh my god, on, while you're just still standing there in the same old corner, sipping that same old alcohol-free drink for the same old 13th time that evening. So I did not protest. Just take all the dances. Like 90% in here right now are just like, yeah, alcohol-free drink. I'm done with that. That was irony. Then they came for the female journalists, those who dared to speak out and kept writing about the abuse, the horrors, the threats, the shaming, the walking home late at night with the keys in their hand, all those things we really, really already knew about. And I surely did not protest because I was neither a woman or a journalist. Then they came for the gingerbread men, you know, the brown people. And I did not protest because as far as I could see, I barely got any color this last summer. And you really don't want them to rub off on you when the bus is crowded in a way that it was never before. So I did not protest. Then they came for every Muhammad and Poya and Arshak and Suraya and Navid, Amalia, Ashar, Zana, Elżbieta, Rusbe, Nadim, Janusz. But me, I had a name that was easily pronounced. Oskar. Why complicate things? So I did not protest. Then they came for all the gays, all the bisexuals, all the queers. But my dad, my superhero dad, said that during the Pride Week in Stockholm, one could not go out in the street without risking getting a dick up his ass. And hey, I have not yet been granted my very own colorful flag, and who knows? Who really knows what that thing, HBTQ, really means? And I mean that it could really mean exactly anything mean. So I did not protest. Then they came for everyone in a wheelchair, all the deaf and the blind and anyone else with anything even remotely close to a disability. And I thought, sure, great, then they can all hang out together over there. So I did not protest. Then they came for the music, the laughter, the smiles, the hugs, the kisses, the moments, the cakes, the fingertips, the films. Then they came for the bassists. You see, it was a bit too annoying that bassists rhymes with racists and fascists and Nazis, at least in Swedish it does, and reminded everyone who they really are. And me, I'm absolutely not a racist, but so I did not speak out. Then they came for me, that pale white guy who was neither a Swedish parent, who neither had a Swedish parent or was born in Sweden, but looks like a Swede, walks like a Swede, speaks like a Swede, and never had to worry while they came for everyone else. And then there was no one else left anymore to speak out, to protest, object, or even raise the singlest remark when they came for me. Thank you, Chill Pill. You've been amazing. Thank you.
Oskar Hanska!